Greetings, Earthlings. We've reached the 4th video in this series, and now we're going to cover the global settings for the TimeSpace and the SpaceWalk. Without further ado, let's get to it. So here in the 4th menu of our pedals, we start with the MIDI Rx channel. MIDI Rx channel is the MIDI reception channel, okay? So if I set our pedal to channel 3, it will respond to the MIDI messages sent on channel 3. And here we also have MIDI Thru. What is MIDI Thru? If the pedal receives a message, for example, on channel 2 and MIDI Thru is off, it ends there. That message reaches it and it says, I'm channel 3, a message arrived on channel 2, it doesn't respond and nothing happens. If MIDI Thru is on, the message from channel 2, which isn't this pedal's channel, reaches it, it passes it along through MIDI out, and other pedals in the MIDI chain will receive those messages. And we also have the MIDI Thru merge mode. What is MIDI Thru merge? With the pedal on, the pedal received, for example, a MIDI message on channel 3 and channel 2, right? It absorbs message 3 for itself and passes along the message from channel 2. In merge, it responds to the command of message 3 and passes along the message that arrived on channel 2 and also the one on 3. Besides absorbing and obeying that command from the message on channel 3, it passes it along as well. That's MIDI Thru merge, okay? Very specific situations require this feature, okay? And usually it's because of some pedal that lacks configuration that you'll need to use it. So normally you'll use either on or. In the case of this pedal here, which has wireless MIDI, most of the time you'll just use off. And we also have bypass mode. Bypass mode is a very well-known setting among pedals, and we have true bypass mode where the pedal won't have any electronics in its signal when it's off. This will ensure a pure sound, a precise sound, without any interference in your tone. But here we have buffered mode, right? And the buffered mode of this pedal here follows the already acclaimed oxygen buffer circuit, okay? And it's a very high quality dry signal. I recommend that everyone use buffered mode. It brings life to the signal, corrects various impedance issues between other pedals. Use the buffer. You can very quickly test true bypass against buffered, and you'll notice the difference. You'll notice clarity, definition, sound pressure. And use buffered mode because it's good, you know? And on the second page of global config, we have the wireless settings. So now the editing will work some magic and a controller will appear here, right? And we're going to start with wireless MIDI. First thing, we have wireless mode, which has two options. It can be off, meaning the pedal's wireless communication is turned off. We have slave mode and master mode. What is master mode and what is slave mode? Now let's dive into a bit of an explanation here. Come with me, okay? Master mode, it can have several slaves connected to it. And the slave, it can only connect to the master. So normally we have a central piece of equipment, which is the master, that has several wireless devices connected to it, okay? If you're using a Saturn controller, my suggestion is to set the controller to master mode, okay? And set the pedal to slave mode. One interesting thing is that you can put both the TimeSpace and slave as well as the SpaceWalk also in slave mode. So here we have a controller in master mode, a TimeSpace in slave mode, and a SpaceWalk in slave mode. Let's stop right here. And then we have the wireless channel. What is the wireless channel? It's different from the MIDI channel, okay? In this case, the wireless channel of the controller and the pedals must be the same. What is the wireless channel for? To separate yourself from your bandmate. If your bandmate uses Saturn in pedals and you also use Saturn pedals, you work on channel 1, he can work on channel 7. And you work on different wireless communication channels. That's interesting, right? To avoid possible interference, although to this day we've never seen any happen. And now that you have the controller in master mode and the pedals in slave mode, you'll click the sync button, which is a sync button, and once the pedals are synced, you don't need to keep syncing them, okay? Once synced, they understand each other, and every time you turn them on, they're ready for use, okay? So once you have the controller in master mode and the pedals in slave mode, you'll click sync here on the pedals, they'll start syncing until at some point you click on the controller and look, everyone's synced. The screen shows sync successful. And that's it, the pedals are synced and you can now send a MIDI message using Saturn's MIDI over air to the pedals. So in this video here, I left my TimeSpace on channel 3 on MIDI channel 3 and the SpaceWalk on MIDI channel 1. I come here to the Saturn PC message 4.3 and it's a PC message 7.1. When sending this message, the SpaceWalk goes to preset 7 and the TimeSpace goes to preset 4. And this MIDI works perfectly. A very important observation, since I'm less than 10 centimeters away, roughly less than 1 meter, it works very well without the antenna. From 1 meter up, you'll need to put an antenna on the master, which is the controller, okay? You put the antenna on the controller, the pedals can go without. Now, if you're playing with your controller at one end of the Maracana and the pedals are at the other end, which is about 100 meters, then ideally you should use 2 antennas, okay? And I'm not kidding, we've done tests here. The wireless MIDI communication of these pedals really works an amazing 100 meters. Now, taking advantage of the editing organizes everything for me. Well, we're getting close to the end of this video, okay? We're here in the fourth menu of the Saturn, and on page 3 we have functions you already know. We have the firmware update, right? Just put the pedal in firmware update mode. If you want to know how to update, we have a dedicated video explaining how to set up and update the pedal, okay? We have the serial number. As everyone already knows, all of our pedals have a unique serial number. So keep a photo of the serial number so you know which pedal is yours. This here is unique. Only your pedal has this number. No other pedal has a number like this one. And finally, we have the factory reset function. If you go into it and click yes reset, your pedal returns to factory settings, okay? And with that, we've concluded all the features, resources, and functions of these pedals. We're not finished yet. Now we're coming with the command center video, which we left for later, which is really cool to record with the guitar, okay? To demonstrate these videos well. And also, our 6th video is already exploring the algorithms and features of the algorithm creator in depth, even deeper than the first video we made about it. So that's it, stay with us. This guide is going to be really cool, very complete, and let's go.